Welcome back to Sonic Battle, and to answer your question, Logan, it would kind of be beneficial for Shadow to win this fight because, well, we are playing a Shadow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alrighty then.
But yeah,
So,
basically, this is going to be like the whole...
For the sake of our ego, we must save our respect, our self-respect, and defeat Emerald.
Yep. And as you notice,
Go
like,
ahead.
I was about to say, kind of a change of pace for the last couple of matches, I think. Instead of his... What's up?
Juggling with Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah,
Matt,
it-
if only you were here for the other parts where Hype tried to do some juggling stretch just to keep,
Oh, if
keep his
only you were here-
lives intact.
oh, if only you were here when we saw the 5 robots try and mimic Rouge's flying.
Oh, yeah.
my God.
That was beautiful.
Actually, I was about to say you should have been there when Cream was mastering her juggling.
I should have been
Yeah.
there just...
Yeah.
I should have been there for Cream, actually.
I know,
Probably.
but again, it was just a whole issue of scheduling. Juggling!
Did we ever talk about? Did we ever talk? Did we ever talk about whenever you're fighting Emerald? Does he still have the cards you equipped him with?
Yes, he does.
So is it possible that if you know you're about to is it possible that if you know you're about to come up with a battle with him, that you can just give him all the nerf, like, oh, these moves are horrible.
Well,
and
no,
then
you
just
can't
make
do
it
that.
easy? Okay.
I mean, realistically, I don't know why you would do that, because you do still need to have that card set for, fighting him.
Well, I was gonna say, like, oh, jeez. Well,
Did you
all I
see
would,
his face?
well, all I mean is that I would have just done something where, like, oh, I'm about to fight as Emerald. I've already given myself a lot of strong and very, like, versatile moves. Oh, I'm about to fight against Emerald? Trash.
Well, also, to be
Trash.
fair, it's not like they really telegraph ahead of time whether you're going to be fighting as or against him.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're, like, doing a
I'll be right
second
back.
playthrough...
Well, I actually don't think you're allowed to swap out cards for a second playthrough.
No, I'm pretty sure you can. It's just that, again, it's just one of those cases where I don't think it would really be recommended to just completely nerf Emerald, especially if in the event, like, say you deal with one fight where you're playing as, well, the chapter's title character, and then immediately after, then you get to have to play as Emerald. And imagine at that point you're stuck with your with your nerf stats. It's like, okay, I didn't think this plan through.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I just wouldn't recommend doing that in general. And not
Yeah,
it's also because the AI for Emerald isn't. I don't think it's bullshit enough to really become a hindrance for you when you're fighting against him.
Yeah.
At least I never found him to be a hindrance.
You boys are fun. I'm going home. I swear, why do men like to fight so much? I can't take much more of this. Sheesh.
And see you later, Rouge. And I visit your room again sometime.
Idiot!
What's her problem? One more time. I think I can beat you this time.
Hey, you already beat me. Wait a second, Shadow.
What, are you backing down?
Would it be okay if I went to see Sonic, Tails, and everyone again?
Fine. Tell them you're not a kid anymore. Once you've fought all of them, come back and see me. And just to ease your mind, Matt, you only have to fight them once. They don't have rematches.
Thank God!
But you do have to fight every single one. Basically, what am I trying to say? The catch for this next section is that every single main character in the story, except for Gamma, you have to fight at least once before you can face Shadow. And the thing is that, like, because of the setup that I have with Emerald, the fights themselves aren't really that hard. But at the same time, yeah, basically just want to show you just kind of like a little montage of how I get through them. Because I think the fights are short enough to where it wouldn't really be too much of a hassle to keep them in, even if they're just fast forward.
And I do
Hey,
love
so I had sent my Shadow to beat the living shit out of all of you, so, here's a montage.
Yes.
And I love, quote unquote, that you pretty much sped up everything right down to the actual text.
Well, I kind of have no choice but to do that if I'm speeding up the footage.
Well, what is it? It's not like the text really takes that long. It's more so the fights that take up time more than anything.
Also,
Come back.
thank you for putting this song in. I love it.
It's a great song.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, that was kind of, I guess just to go into detail, one of the things I wanted to do with this playthrough, and part of the reason why I wanted Seely to be here as well, was to not only, like, get her acquainted with some of the characters, I also wanted to use these montages to get her acquainted with some of the music, because I do believe she would probably like a lot of the soundtracks the series has.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hell, honestly, if she wants to hear something that's pure bliss to the ears, listen to the OST for Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
Whoa, what's this rendition of this?
this is
rendition of
Planet Wisp. I think Act 2.
Oh, from Generations?
I think
No,
this
from
is-
Colors.
I think this is Act 3.
Oh,
Okay. But it's one of the variations from Colors.
Okay.
well, that's really nice.
But I mean, I see what they're going for, and I like the idea of having a sort of roundabout, like proving we are the strongest out of everybody.
I mean, this element is actually a decent enough. This, I would say, is actually a pretty decent excuse for, well, just adding more fights in. But again, I still do agree with the sentiment that not every battle needed to be done twice, or
Also,
at least
wait,
most battles didn't need to be done
And
twice.
real quick, isn't this also the, is this, if I'm correct, is this the big point of no return in that, like, you can always come back to this chapter to refight any character you've already fought
No,
before?
that's not until the final campaign.
Okay.
Speaking of which, is it with Shadow's campaign or the last campaign where you get that super special secret?
Also the final campaign.
Okay.
Okay.
And I do show that off. I'm
Okay.
not talking about just the fight.
I guess while we're fighting everybody...
Fly away from an angry mama.
Fly away from
Get
Mama.
back here!
No, mommy.
Baby, run! So I guess while we're having all of these fights going on, Matt, is there a character that you like playing as? Have you ever touched this game before?
I've never touched this game before. Actually,
Does
wait
this
a minute.
make you want to...
I can't remember. Actually, I can't remember if I did. I think I said I played it in the past. I can't remember honestly anymore. I just hate
Okay.
it. I think I played it long ago when it first came out for like a bit, but I just couldn't get into it.
That's
Which
fair.
is fair. Like I know I make it. I apologize if it seems like I'm getting on your case about bringing it up so often, but at the same time, I do understand that like it is kind of a chore to get through it. But I do think that like some of the stuff that's in it, like the story and interactions and whatnot, I do think it is kind of worth it if you really just like seeing the characters just working off each other in really humorous ways, like particularly with like Amy and whatnot.
Again, it's still just a matter of if if you're one of those people that actually don't mind playing 3D arena brawlers, and secondly, if you don't mind all the shameless padding, or can at least stomach it just for the sake of all those nifty little interactions.
Because honestly, I don't know how good of a job I did here, but if you're a proficient enough fighter, the fights actually don't last as long as you would think they do. It's just a matter of you just have to do it twice.
And I'm gonna keep bringing this up till the cows come home. You technically did cheat.
Oh, real quick. Well, first off, rare
Oh,
card.
hello. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. We actually did see another one of these once.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
Chaos Zero.
I'm showing this off because this is actually a bit of important dialogue.
Oh.
Whew, not bad. You've gotten stronger, but you're still not strong enough. I'm not even trying my hardest here.
Eh.
Try finding someone else first, then we'll talk.
We just fought
So yeah,
you.
well, you'll see how that plays in later. But first, we have one more person to beat up.
So
Good old Knuckles.
Hello,
I
Knuckles.
I was actually listening to Honeycomb Havoc or whatever earlier.
Oh no, this is
Or
actually
Honeycomb Highway.
yeah, honey. Is that the name of the track?
I
I
think
call it
so,
Honeycomb
yeah.
High. I call it Honeycomb Highway.
And Knuckles, I'm here to beat the shit out of you.
I do have the OST on here. Let me see if I can find the name.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this song's good. The Lost World
Yeah.
soundtrack, I'll keep saying again, is criminally underrated.
I second that.
I
do find
still
some
think that if you
songs
take, I
enjoyable.
still think that if you take this song and add the right low pass filter, you can create a new Cuphead song.
And yes, the song is called Honeycomb Highway.
Cool.
Okay.
I also like the Siva Gunner rip where he combined this with Wooded Kingdom. It actually sounds super mixed well.
I gotta look into that.
I'll play it for you later. But damn, nice. You whacked him against the block. And I got my major eruption. Looks
Major.
like he was
Oh
having a
dear.
temper tantrum.
Oh, that's basically that's basically the bearing attack. Anyway, that is everyone. Now we
Yeah,
do
I
our
think we already
rematch
just
with
showed it off. The
Shadow.
world map for this game is criminally small.
Yeah.
Well, it's small, but I think it's fine for what it is.
Anyway, one thing that Shadow will do is that he'll actually give you a chance to, make sure you have the right chord sorted out before you actually do fight him, which I do kind of appreciate.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, once you think you have your moveset all ironed out, you just talk to him again, and that's when you can initiate the final fight.
And let me ask
Okay.
real quick, is this the last time you'll be showing off the edit skill screen?
I believe so, because I'm pretty sure I don't do it in the finale.
Okay, then in that case, I'll forgive you for not speeding this up compared to speeding up all the text.
It's to show how far we've come and how all the and all the things we've gotten up to this
Well, it's
point.
not like this lasts terribly long anyway.
And they can sort of they can feel like a time if you're really not sure on what to pick.
I'm still curious again. What is the purpose of having multiple of a single card? Because I see like X3 and X2s, like we have more than one of the same card.
I think that's for the sake of the interconnectivity sort of thing. Believe it or
Oh,
not.
I just
Yeah,
saw
because you
their
can be able to
exchange
like,
skills.
yeah, because you can use the GBA link to switch cards with other players.
Hey,
Enough
yeah,
You are.
Have at you. Sorry.
Your whole arm's off. No, it isn't. Look! I had worse.
But yeah, but in anyway, yeah, it is. I think it is possible to distribute duplicate cards you have to other players.
Okay. Also, wow,
So
we've
in that
just made
instance,
ourselves
I
a
guess it's
broken
not quite
character.
as useless. Oh, by the way, that glowing thing that you see, that's the trap attack I talked about. That Shadow pretty much summons like a moving mine to follow him.
I was gonna say, I think you've pretty much made a broken character here.
I think you did.
What you know? What the sad thing is that Logan. So this is kind of something that kind of among the rare cards, along with cards based on other characters, you can actually unlock cards based on like what I think the game calls like the true Emerald. You know, basically when his destructive potential is unlocked. Aesthetically, they're just basically they basically look like Sonic's attacks, but they're like amped up. Like for example, his punches actually have explosions, and like his kicks have like.
Sorry,
Go
can I
ahead,
just
Matt.
say something?
You got something on your mind.
Oh, what's up?
Sorry, I noticed something. Emerald's eyes or lenses are blue, and yet in his fighting here, they're gold.
Oh, it's because.
Oh well,
it's because he has
that's
a
something
Tails
that I
appearance
wasn't
card.
sure. Yeah, I was about to say because in addition to changing his moveset, you can also use some cards to actually change colors of parts of his body. Like this, I have one card that changes what color eyes he have.
And
Yeah.
This is Tails.
I honestly did not know that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was something that I noticed a few campaigns back, but I chose not to say anything.
Anyway, you were trying to say earlier, hype.
Basically just. No, I think I was able to get everything I said.
Fair enough.
Sorry, that
Okay.
just
Go ahead,
smacked
Matt.
Shadow in the face. He was just like off screen. He was like, "I'm here." Oh,
Yep, because I just
honest-
now noticed you can actually charge that blast.
Yeah, I was
for
about
more
to say,
damage.
like, I actually did not know that I could charge that special until I recorded this campaign.
So.
Well,
I
hey,
guess
the
I'll-
more you know.
So I'm gonna say because I remember hitting a few brick walls of a. I remember hitting a few brick walls of difficulty when I played this game. How hard was this game for you guys, James?
I did bring up before that when it comes to like outright walls in this game, I primarily experienced them through Rouge and Knuckles, and to a certain extent, though I don't remember how badly, within the finale.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
I
say
know
ol-
the final
for me,
story battle was my big one. Go ahead, Hype. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, as far as my experience goes, I think it's kind of similar to James. I think the only really egregious ones are Knuckles and Rouge. The other ones I'd say are fair as long as you're well prepared.
Right.
Yeah, we did it.
For-
We've proven that we are an ultimate life form.
I was gonna say,
Maltheism too.
for me, it got harder and harder the more I aged.
Oh, got a guest.
Oh, that's right. Remember what Sonic said?
Hey, Emerald.
Hey, Dad.
hey, Dad.
Hello, Papa.
I figured Shadow wouldn't be able to give you enough of a challenge by himself, so I came.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
So what?
Do you mind? We're in the middle of a fight here.
What do you say, Emerald? You want to take us both on at once? It'll be tough.
Is this really how we have to end this act?
No problem. No problem. No holding back. I hope you two don't get hurt.
Well,
Yeah.
this ought to be fun.
I will say, it's just a spoiler, it's supposed to be hard. It's not.
Sonic gets destroyed.
Oh,
They get blasted by a
jeez.
tornado.
Keep summoning the Chow.
Oh yeah, that's also...
We have to literally cheese this.
Ah,
that's
you're
right.
right.
That is something I think you'll like, Matt. You know, Amy. You know, Cream's mindset in the advanced games. Her mindset of basically breaking everything. That's basically her playstyle in battle.
Awesome.
Oh, back at this again. All right. So, part of me wishes you would just stand there. Don't even move. Just stand there and let them keep coming at you.
Just
They
remember,
can't
though,
do anything.
Just remember, you got to be careful when you use these specials, because again, the whole auto deflect system.
Yeah. Well, even then, you can only auto-deflect one type of attack at a time,
Right.
so it's just really... Once you figure out which one they can block, it's actually not that hard to get around.
When you
It's
stop
not
to think
that-
about it, though, having both hedgehogs here at the same time, it'll just make the battle go faster, considering you can get chaos off of both of them.
If not that, I'm just imagining now, like, Eggman, he's been having control over Emerald this whole time until, Shadow removed that, like, trigger word or whatever. And I just love the idea of Eggman thinking, fine, if he's not under my control, they'll have to deal with that raw power themselves. They'll never be able to stop Sonic. And then now he's just watching this and he's like, really? The only way I can... This robot is...
beating me.
This robot is clearly able to defeat them now, and all that they had to do was make it so that literally, then the context I'm reading into this is, literally, just by being associated to Eggman, this robot wasn't strong enough to defeat Sonic and Shadow. But now that he's cut off all ties with Eggman, he's now strong enough.
Well, that's basically the same thing with Omega. Like, once he rebelled against Eggman, that's the time he actually became a competent robot.
Well, hold on. Maybe I missed on on very important context, but how the hell did Eggman have a hold of this fucker if he trashed him?
Well, he's
and
talking
every
about the
other-
fight robots, too.
Well,
There was something in one conversation with Shadow and Rouge. At one point, they mentioned outright, like after they rebooted him, Shadow said to Emerald, "The Doctor will no longer." Oh, I guess Sonic doesn't count.
well, he got enough points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just have to get 10 knockouts in general.
Sonic style. But no, it was Shadow said to Emerald, "The Doctor no longer has any control over you," is what he said.
It basically means that, like, he won't be able to control him now that he basically no longer is a weapon.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he
he
overrode
he
his,
never had control over them. Okay, that's where I got confused at.
No worries. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
I don't know what my career was thinking when you made me, blah blah blah. I'm happy to meet all of you. So, I was like a little baby robot that couldn't do anything. I couldn't even talk. I was weak, but you all protected me and played with me. I'm sure there are times when I was a burden, or this is just me talking now.
No.
I never felt endangered or worried as Gerald programmed me to that. I can't talk today. Fun, excitement,
reboot.
and happiness too. Oh
I
my!
just like I'm rebooting.
That's it, I'm out of here.
Really, Shadow? Come on.
Oh, he's rage quit.
Hey, Shadow! Maybe you should try learning a thing or two from Emerald and be more honest with yourself.
And just real quick, it's like, maybe you should learn a thing or two, Emerald. Let's see if he learns from this. He just flips him as he goes away.
Oh no!
What
Amy's
is this
gonna
new?
be pissed.
What is this new thing I have learned? Ooh, can I do it too? Wow!
No. I want you. Okay, go ahead.
I want you to live your life to the fullest.
Thanks. You too.
Boy.
Look who's all grown up now. One more thing. You need to work on your punches.
And all
They
it
just
took
look
was
lame.
12 hours.
Who showed you how to punch anyway? Look, punches should be more like this.
Acha. Boy, this is such a happy little thing.
And that's the end of Shadow's campaign.
Boy, that sure was happy. I'm really glad there's no additional campaign that completely renders all of this some emotional tethering.
Hey, what's this last video, Logan?
Uh-oh.
Yep, there are only 14 part. Wait, no, there's a 15th
No,
part.
there's a
Yep,
15th
everything's
one.
going downhill, people.
Because we have a plot to continue back with.
This is pretty much the whole thing that Sonic Team had been running with for the past few years, and well, this was like right in the middle of it.
Yep.
So basically, everything seems all hunky-dory fine with Emerald for now, but we're gonna see if that continues, because the next time we get to Sonic Battle, we're gonna be next time we get to Sonic Battle, we're gonna be tackling Emerald's campaign, which is the finale of this game. So, see you guys then.
Till next
Bye.
time, guys.
Bye.